Hey, it's Sarah. Thanks for joining me for this episode of MLM Marketing Explosion. Are you missing out on opportunities because of your insecurities?
How are network marketers like us supposed to rank, advance, and build a downline without begging our friends and family or having supermodel good looks? My mind was blown when I realized that the top network marketers aren't calling their friends and families to invite them to lame hotel meetings and in-home meetings. I've spent the last 2 years learning from and dissecting the system that top earners in the industry use. Follow me on the journey as I continue to learn and implement the top marketing tips and strategies to grow my downline. This is Sarah Peterson, and you're listening to MLM Marketing Explosion.
I have never liked new situations. I don't like being, even sometimes when they're old situations, at parties or different things, sometimes I would feel uncomfortable, right? I'd feel self-conscious. I'd wonder, did I wear the right things? Did I put on enough makeup? Was I cute enough? Was I friendly enough? Was I fun enough? Was I whatever, fill in the blank, right? In some days, that wouldn't bother me at all, right? Hey, we're all going to a party, let's go. Other days, it was like, I'm not going. I was talking with a friend today, and she was talking about how there was this group of kids that were doing things, and as they went to go leave, they were all spending the night somewhere, and she was saying that these leaders that they were going with, that now in their defense, it was a humongous group of kids, but she said that as they were leaving, that they didn't specifically say, okay, come on, let's go. And so guess what this kid decided? He decided, okay, he wasn't going to go, right? He didn't feel like, sometimes you need that little push. Have you ever felt like that? I know I have. It's like you wanted to go do something and all you were doing was waiting for that invitation for somebody to say, come on, let's join with us, right? And sometimes that's what it takes, right? How many misconceptions are there? Because sometimes being shy gets mistaken for being snooty or being stuck up or not wanting to be, you're too good for me or whatever. The other day, I came across a post on Facebook, and the post was something to the effect of, just for purposes of this, I'll call them Jill and Jane. But Jill was working as a cashier at this grocery store, and Jane came through her line, and Jill and Jane had been good friends in high school. And so this whole post is about how Jane came through the line, and Jill was hurt because Jane didn't say hello. Jane didn't acknowledge her. Jane didn't do this or that, the other. And so the post was saying, well, now, I'm home and I'm wondering, should I block Jane? Jane was so rude. She didn't even say hi and blah, 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 blah. And of course, there's all these comments saying, oh, that is so awful. Oh, of course, throwing in their opinion. And my thought was, well, Jill, why didn't you say hi first, right? For all you know, Jane went through that line going, oh my goodness, there's Jill. I wonder if Jill remembers me. We were friends in high school. Is she going to say hi? Here I am. I'm in her lane. This is awesome. Jane doesn't say hi. And, Jill's probably at home complaining to her spouse and her kids saying, Jill didn't even say hi. And we were best friends in college, in high school and whatever, right? What a sad thing. They missed out to reconnect. They missed out on getting to say hello. Now there's, hurt feelings. There's a misunderstanding. And now I don't know that for sure because it wasn't me. They'll probably never know that for sure because nobody took the first move and said hi. How many times do you wait for somebody else to take that first move, right? How many times do you wait? Now, I'm not saying this in the big view of, go in and start inboxing everybody on your Facebook or your social media saying, hey, come join me. Hey, come join me. That's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm just talking about in terms of you. How confident are you with being you? You guys, I never used to go out of my way to say hi. There'd be times I'd go someplace and it was like, I don't want her to notice me because I'm not sure if I should be saying hi. I wasn't confident enough to go up and say hi. It kind of sad, right? You know what I mean? Like you're friends, but you're like, oh, this is kind of awkward. And I don't know if they like me as much as I like them. And have you ever felt like that? Like that weird, you don't want to go out of your way. So I made it a challenge a couple years ago. I don't even remember how many years, but it's been several now, that I was going to start making eye contact with everybody. That was just something I was going to do. It was something that I wanted to become. I wanted to be more than I already was. And now don't get me wrong, I've never been unfriendly, but sometimes, those insecurities pop up for me, and I got self-conscious and I don't go out of my way to say hi or whatever, right? So anyways, so I decided that was going to be my goal. as I was gonna put my head up, I was gonna make eye contact, I was gonna talk to people as I saw them, I was gonna say hi to everybody, right? And sometimes, people don't say hi back. Sometimes people don't make eye contact with you. Sometimes they're like I was, you walk in, your head's down, I'm getting in, I'm getting out, right? So I was walking one day and I ran across somebody that I sort of knew. This was back when I was a crossing guard. And so I'd known her because, I'd walk our kids across the street. And anyways, so we ran into each other while she was walking, I was walking, and we started walking together. Well, sure enough, it's now a habit, right? So I'm smiling at everybody, I'm waving at everybody, I'm saying hi. Usually when I go out, I look for hey, I love your shoes, or your hair's so cute, or that color looks awesome. It's just something that I've taught myself to do, right? So as we're doing that, people are, walking by us or coming in the direction, and I'm smiling and I'm waving, and she looks at me and she goes, that is so weird. And she's like, don't people think it's really weird when you're friendly? And I thought, I don't know. I don't even think about it. I don't think so. But it's interesting because as you start to treat people like that, as you start to look people in the eyes, as you start to be friendly, as you start to say hi, as you start to have these little interactions, and you guys, these interactions were not with a goal of, can I get your number? These interactions were not with the goal of, I've got to show you what I'm doing because I want you on my team, right? These were just purely interactions and saying hello and smiling for the sake of saying hello and smiling, right? And I kind of got to that point. And like I said, this is several years ago. It's totally different now. I mean, I really don't even think about it now. But I got to the point that that was who I'd become. I taught myself, I trained myself to be friendlier. I taught myself and trained myself to say hi to everybody. And when I first started out doing it, it was kind of uncomfortable. It was a little bit awkward because it wasn't something I was used to doing. And after a little while, it just became something that I was. And so, she asked me that question and she said, isn't that so weird? I was thinking, isn't it so weird that you don't? It's kind of that shifting your thinking. It's, shifting the way you see the world. It's shifting the way you see others. And it works twofold because I've noticed that my confidence, it's better, it's higher. I feel better about myself. I don't have as big an issue anymore going into situations where I don't know people because I've taught myself how to talk to people. I've taught myself how to have eye contact with people. And twofold, it changes how people have looked at me, right? I'm now, it's who I am, right? I can tell people that I'm shy. I can tell people that sometimes I'm insecure, or, going into a new situation, I'm a little bit nervous, and people don't necessarily believe me because it's who I've become, right? I've taught myself to be that way, and people look at you that way differently, right? Think about it. If whether they're the same kind of person, the same kind of personality, the person that I used to be, who sometimes I still am, but wants to go sit in the back and kind of hide in the corner and put her head down, not be noticed, as opposed to the person that sits up front, and has her it has her head up or whatever. People look at you differently. People treat you differently. People automatically make those assumptions about you. People make snap judgments all the time. I know you do. I know I do. Look at the people that walk into the grocery store next time you go to the grocery store. You'll look at them and you'll automatically think what they are, right? You've got the ladies, that show up in their workout gear. Oh, they're obviously into fitness. You've got the guy running out, in his suit and tie to work. Oh, he's the business professional. The dad, with his baseball cap on and his kids. Oh, he's going out to the ball game or whatever, right? You make snap judgments. You don't even have to know the person, but just based on how they stand, how they walk, what they're wearing, how they talk, you can get a sense of who that person is. Are you missing out on opportunities because either you're too scared to step out of that comfort zone and be the first person to say hi? Or are you missing out on opportunities because you're walking into places with your head down and you're not making eye contact? And so people automatically think you're not approachable, you're stuck up, which is so sad because lots of times shy does get misconstrued for they're stuck up, they're too good, they're out of my league, they're whatever. And are you projecting your feelings of how you feel onto other people? Are you? Think about it. So my challenge for you guys is just start with making eye contact. If you have a hard time with making eye contact, start with eye contact, and then start with just a hello. How's your day? What's going on in your life? And take it from there. It will change you. They'll set out to be friendly and nice, which changes the other person too, but it will change you. One of the most powerful things, and I still remember it to this day, was my kids are really, really close together, like really close together. I had 4 kids in under 5 years, a little bit crazy, right? And I was at the store one day and I had my 3 little kids. They had to have been, I don't remember their exact ages anymore, but they had to have been like 3, 2, and 1, or, whatever. And anyways, so I was at the store. Maybe I even had the fourth by then. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I mean, my kids were so close together. They were all little. Most of the time, the comment when I'd go places was, "You've got your hands full, don't you?" And I don't think that they necessarily meant it as a bad thing, because sometimes I'll see, people with little kids and I'll just kind of chuckle and laugh and I'll think, I have so been there. And most of the time I'll tell them that. I'll say, oh, that looks so familiar. I've totally been there. You're awesome. You're incredible. Keep doing what you're doing. You are so awesome. But anyways, lots of times though, you'd hear that and it was like, "Ugh, if I hear that one more time, I'm doing my best. I'm really trying my best. My kids are darling. We're doing great. This is a great day, right?" And my kids really weren't that bad, but there were a lot of them, right? So, anyways, I went to the grocery store one time and it was an older gentleman. And he came out to me, a cute older gentleman. And he looked at me and he goes, "Wow, these are the cutest kids I've ever seen." And he gave me a big smile and he walked away. Wait, what? Hold the phone? Now, I was not used to that because lots of times, I hate to say this, older people forget what it's like, right? And they just kind of look at you like your kids are loud or your kids are noisy. And my kids were loud, they were noisy, they're still loud, they're still noisy. But I just remember, like I said, I mean, it's been so many years. I don't want to tell you because that makes me really old, but it's been so many years now, and I've never, ever, ever forgotten that. And all it was a quick smile and him telling me what an awesome mom I was. Actually, he didn't even tell me what an awesome mom I was. All he had to do was smile at me and say, "Your kids are absolutely fantastic. They are so cute." That was it. I mean, that was literally it. And it changed my day. And it made such an impact on me that I've never forgotten it, because nobody used to say that to me. All I'd get was, "Well, you've got your hands full, right?" You guys can be that for somebody else. Like I said, it not only changes, I'm sure that guy doesn't remember that. I'm sure that guy didn't even remember it when he walked out of the store, because it was just who he was. It was who he'd become. But I remembered it, and it changed everything for me. And so as you go about your day, think about little things that you can do like that. You can change the world for somebody else by a simple hello, a simple smile. You will create more opportunities for yourself by holding your head up high and looking people in the eyes and saying hi and smiling. It will change things for you. It will open up opportunities for you that you didn't even know existed. Thanks for watching today. Please go ahead and share this out and click like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.
Are you tired of bugging your family and friends and bumping into the same people all over social media trying to pitch your opportunity? If so, grab your team members and go to www.marketingexplosion.org and pick up your free copy of MLM Momentum. It's going to teach you how to get people coming to you and applying for your opportunity. It's also going to teach you how to get paid for prospecting. See you soon.